Ladies and gentlemen, the water is so low in the Colorado River. Feds are holding back water to keep a dam going. I mean, I'm just looking at the picture. This is like one of many that I looked at, and boy, it is really dry. It really is. The federal government on Tuesday announced it will delay the release of water from one of Colorado River's major reservoirs, an unprecedented action that will temporarily address declining reservoir levels. And wow, this is due to the mega drought that's going on out in the West. The decision will keep more water in Lake Powell. The reservoir is located at the Glen Canyon Dam in North Arizona. Instead of releasing it downstream to Lake Mead, the river's other primary reservoir. I mean, everything is just dry there. The actions come as water levels at both reservoirs. So they're saying they're at their lowest level in history. Lake Powell's water level is currently at an elevated 3,525 feet. If the level drops below 3,490 feet, the so called minimum power pool, the Glen Canyon Dam, which supplies electricity to about 5.8 million customers, in the inland west will no longer be available to generate electricity. That's not that big of a difference from where they are now. The delay is expected to protect operations at the dam for the next 12 months, officials said during a press conference on Tuesday, and will keep nearly 500,000 acres of water in Lake Powell. Under a separate plan, officials will also release about 500,000 acre feet of water into Lake Powell from Flaming George Reservoir located upstream in Utah Wyoming border. So, wow. I mean, they're just moving water around, but ultimately, this water is going to dry up. And just from the looks of it, they don't have a lot of time. They really don't have a lot of time at all. Officials say their actions will help save water, protect the dam's ability to produce hydropower, and provide officials with more time to figure out how to operate the dam at lower water levels. See, they never planned or anticipate this would happen. So, I guess when they were building all this stuff, they thought, a drought like this would be impossible. We don't have to do all the little extra perks. Mm-mm-mm. We have never taken this step before in the Colorado Basin. So this is what they're saying. But the conditions we see today and what we see on the horizon demand that we take prompt action. So, I mean, they are not even guaranteeing that the actions they're taking are even going to work, but I guess they figure they need to do something at this point. Federal officials last year ordered the first ever water cuts for the Colorado River Basin, which supplies water to more than 40 million people and some 2.5 million acres of cropland in the West. The cuts have mostly affected farmers in Arizona who use nearly three-quarters of the available water supply to irrigate their crops. In April, federal water managers warned that 7 states that draw from the Colorado River that the government was considering taking emergency actions to address declining water levels at Lake Powell. Last month, representatives from the state sent a letter to the Interior agreeing with the proposal and requesting that temporary reductions in releases from Lake Powell be implemented without triggering further water cuts in any of the states. The mega drought in the West US has fueled the driest 2 decades in the region and at least 1,200 years, with conditions likely to continue through 2022 and persist for years. So they are admitting, y'all, they see absolutely no end in sight to this drought. And y'all remember, I did a video where they're saying this is going to start moving more east. It's already happening. It's going to start moving more east. So it's going to be a lot of water, rivers, and lakes in America that are going to dry up like this or even worse. So, they are saying no end in sight. Researchers have estimated that 42% of the drought severity is attributed to human caused climate change. Well, I don't know if that's all true, but our climate is changing. Our actions are responsible for that, and we have to take responsibility. Um, so we all need to work together to protect the resources we have and the declining water supplies in the Colorado River that our communities rely on. So now, I heard a lot of things coming out of California, with Lake Mead, but, this is the first time we're seeing how bad the Colorado River really is. But at the end of the day, all of these places are tied together, as far as the way the water moves from one state to the next. So, wow. And they are expecting a really hot summer out west, similar to last year, in places like Washington State and Oregon, those places that normally don't hit triple digits a lot. Well, they said, this year it's more likely to be just like last year where you had triple digits. And if you remember, many people in those states didn't even own an air conditioner because normally their summers are cool. Well, that is changing rapidly, just like it is along with everything else that's going on in America. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.